speaks from the new will not match the old garment. And likewise, no one puts new wine into an old wineskin. Otherwise, the new wine will burst the skins, and it will spill out, and the skins will be ruined. But the new wine must be put in fresh wineskins, and no one after drinking old wine desires new, but says the old is good. This ends the reading. This morning we're going to be talking about paradigm shifts. Paradigm shifts. Today's foundational scripture, the Pharisees are approaching Jesus regarding their lack of performing the ritual of fasting. And Jesus addresses and dismantles the notion of following traditions for the sake of tradition when there is no principle behind the tradition that you are following. And so we know that the ministry of Jesus was ushering in a paradigm shift. That is why we have labeled the older books the Old Testament and the newer books the New Testament. Jesus was bringing about a change in perspective on how things could happen. So what is a paradigm shift? It's a major change in the worldview, concepts, and practices of how something works or is accomplished. It is a change in approach and assumptions around things that are traditional that sometimes people begin to make law, but it is only a tradition. And every tradition should have a principle behind it, and we are not to be performing traditions for the sake of performing traditions. And Jesus tells them that when I go away, they will then need to fast and pray. But while I am with them, fasting is no good because I am here to teach and to give them revelation knowledge and by the Spirit. And so this concept of old wineskin is when sometimes we attempt to reach for the new while embracing consciously or unconsciously embracing the old. When we attempt to reach for something new, but consciously or unconsciously are trying to embrace the old or what we work or what may have worked in a former season of life. But how many of you know that God is progressive? And what worked in one season may not work in this season of your life. It is tempting for us all at a micro and a macro level because at some point something in the old paradigm may have worked, and so we try to move it forward and we find it begins to ruin what is there. May have added value, it may have been successful, but the new aligns with the current season, and the new is progressive. And so the new paradigm honors the evolution of Earth and its inhabitants. And so there are paradigm shifts as we evolve as a species and as a society. And we all do well to inspect our lives to ascertain where we are attempting to overlay something new and progressive with something old and out of season. Jesus says that it is ineffective and useless because the wine and the wineskins are no longer of value when you try to do that.